I was reading in Matthew 24 about the coming of the Son of Man. And it's interesting through that chapter because there's two times when Christ is going to return. One time he'll step foot on earth. The other time he'll only meet us in the air. I want to talk about that today in your morning cup of inspiration. See, this chapter 24, what I find is about halfway through, he's talking about, or even more than that, he's talking about his return and what we can expect and what we can look for. And he even says it in Matthew 24:32. Now learn this lesson from the fig tree. As soon as its twigs get tender and its leaves come out, you know that summer is near. And it's just like he said through the beginning of Matthew 24. He talks about all that's going to be happening before he makes his appearance. But he also talks about as in the days of Noah. And I find that interesting because it says over in Matthew 24:37 through 39, it says, and it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. For in these days before the flood, people were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, up to the day Noah entered the ark, and they knew nothing about what would happen until the flood came and took them away. That is how it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. And what I find interesting about that is I see that as people, a lot of people think, well, like in the days of Noah, it's going to be like the days of Sodom and Gomorrah. And it's not like that was what he's explaining here. He's just saying that people are just going to be going on doing their everyday thing, not paying any attention to what's going on around them and any of the signs that Christ was giving us of knowing when his return is going to be. Although he also says that no one knows except for the Father, but gives us some very distinct signals and signs there as to what to look for. And as we're seeing everything like that happening in this day and age. But when it says in the days of Noah, that happens in both of them, I think. That's going to go on when Christ returns in the air and raptures his church and takes us up to meet with him and gets us out of here. And it's going to happen when he returns. I think there's going to be so much that's going on, especially with the Antichrist and people, only buying and selling with the mark of the beast and that, but they're going to be going on with their lives. And as they do this, especially those in the mark, they don't even think about it. They don't care at that point, I think. But then Christ is going to return. And it's going to be just like in the days of Noah. They're just going to go on and do their daily thing. And then he's going to show up. And when he shows up that time, he becomes the king forever. So it's interesting, Matthew 24. It really talks about both the return of Christ on earth, taking over as king, and meeting us, and as we meet him in the air when he comes up, just in the air to gather us up out of here and take his church home. God bless everyone. Look forward to seeing you again for another morning cup of inspiration. Have a wonderful day.